One of us hasn't been to Volcano Bay in years. One of us has never been at all, and we're giving you our honest takes. The verdict might surprise you. Katie and Julia and we're putting a spotlight today on our real thoughts of Volcano Bay right now. Julia and I are coming back. We just went to Volcano Bay for our team event. I haven't experienced it since TapuTapu went away, and she's fresh. And Katie's, I don't remember the last time you've been, but you've been.
24. I've
Okay,
not been since TapuTapu left.
perfect. So we're sharing a first time visitor experience as well as our multi experience. So stay with us. Welcome back to Earstravagant Adventures. I'm your host and travel agent bestie, Rachel. And alongside me, as always, is Kate. I think you're here, Katie,
Wherever I
everyone's
am.
favorite
Hi.
travel chaos coordinator. And new to the pod show is Julia. Yay! Your partner in unforgettable adventures. And the three of us have all spent time at Volcano Bay, and we're excited to share why this park continues to be one of our favorite places in Universal Orlando, right? Volcano
Yeah,
Bay is a sleeper hit.
it really is. It's incredible. Like they have thought of every single detail to make it not your average water park experience.
So before we super dive in, I've said Volcano Bay 5 times, and or whatever. People are probably like, "What the heck are you talking about?" Well, Volcano Bay is Universal's water theme park. They don't call it a water park; they call it a water theme park. But for layman people, it's a water park. Okay, and it's immersive. It's themed to the South Pacific, and it has themed lands. So we're gonna kind of talk to you about what Volcano Bay is, the neighborhoods, the attractions, and everything. But before we dive into that, Julia, since it was your first time, I want to hear your thoughts on what you think of that. What did you think about it?
Volcano Bay impressed me a lot. I think it's more than just like a water park. It is more than just like hanging out at the pool. And I think the way of describing it of like it is a water theme park is a better way to put it because there's so much theming. They've thought of all of the little details and I don't know, I had a fun time. I would go
Yeah.
back. And I would like it better than hanging out at the regular pool.
I mean,
Very
when
much.
saying like, I think you and I both were not water park people, so like saying we'd go back is a huge endorsement.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand. My sister is hates going on vacation with me because I don't plan pool time at all. And when I
Hmm.
was posting at Volcano Bay, she was like, excuse me, what are you doing? I'm like, that's for research. It's for research.
Very sick.
Uh, I mean, it's saying a lot that we go anytime we go to Universal in the warm months because I have never been to a Walt Disney World water park. Not one. I've not been to one. Not one of them.
Me either.
But I will not skip Volcano Bay if it's warm outside.
Mm-hmm. Well, so why is it different than other water parks? Let's start off there. Julia kind of said it's different from other water parks because it has a lot of theming. It also has water slides, of course, but it also has a water coaster. Katie's going to talk to us about the attractions because Julia and I did not ride it, but it is there. There is a water coaster there, and we did not do it. But most water parks have a signature attraction, and that, of course, is theirs. But from the moment you walk into Volcano Bay, you feel like you're in a tropical paradise. I'm not going to go as far as to say like you're in Bali or something like that. But you walk in and there's a giant volcano and there's tiki statues and there's amazing foliage. So like it's
Sidebar. I did feel like I had been transported somewhere different. And
okay.
then when you get to the top of the slides and you see the interstate, you go, oh man, like you forget that you're in the middle of Orlando until you're up on top of the tall slides and you're like, crap, I didn't leave the country, did I?
Ah, nuts.
Darn it.
Yeah, so the pièce de résistance, that's what I'm gonna say, for the water park is the Krakatoa volcano, and it does erupt every now and then. Beautiful landscaping. They also have tons of seating. Tons. You are not going to be fighting for a place to sit. You'll be fighting for shade,
Mhm.
but There's umbrellas everywhere. You can rent cabanas. Like it's not full sun. Like we complained on our Epic Universe episode about how Super Nintendo World is like full stop, full sun. Volcano
Hot.
Bay, plenty of shade, right? Like we didn't struggle hiding from the sun.
Not at all. And it was pretty sunny that day too.
It was really sunny that day. What else do we want to say about it? And we'll get into the water slides in a second, but look, Julie and I spent most of the time in the lazy river.
It was great. The
It
time
was,
went by
yes.
so quickly. We had
Where'd y'all
so
like lazy
relaxed.
river snack? Lazy river
No, so
snack.
our day was kind of weird. We like when we got to the water park, we immediately got food. We were all starving. So we immediately got food and then put our stuff down by the wave pool. We went into the wave pool and were disappointed by the waves in the wave pool. And then went to the lazy river and we're in the lazy river for like an hour. And then Charles and Heather were like, we're gonna go do water slides. And Julia and I are like, we're gonna stay in the lazy river. Because I mean, as far as lazy rivers go, it's long
Yeah.
and lots of tubes. I don't know. It's a great lazy river.
Yeah. And there's like it goes like under the volcano through a few sections. There's
Mhm.
like sprayers on the side that people would press buttons and then they would spray the people in the lazy river. So when we got out
My
of the
ki-
lazy river, I had to get my own revenge.
Mhm.
my
Mhm.
kids love doing that. Like
Yeah.
anytime they see one of those, they're gonna stop and spray people. Every
Yeah.
time.
So there's a really big variety of things to do. So, people who don't like water rides to people who do like crazy water slides, like there's something for everybody to do, which is really, really nice. And the food is great. Like the food we had was great. And we have complained many a time about the quality of food at Universal. Volcano Bay is great. I think we all had the pulled pork sandwich. It's great.
Um,
Did you
I
have
think
that?
so. Charles also got a flatbread.
He did because Charles was very very hungry. He was surprised that it was spicy. Yeah, there was a sauce on it that was spicy. So he got the
Yeah, the flatbread.
spam and pineapple, which spam
Oh, that
you
sounds
think
good.
it's barbecue sauce on the top, but it's not. It's like a spicy sriracha aioli or something.
That makes more sense to me with it being like that's what I would have assumed was on it, not barbecue sauce.
No, I would have assumed barbecue sauce.
I would have
Mm.
also assumed barbecue sauce.
That's
Anyway, so
weird.
the food is good, especially for a water park, okay? Especially for a water park. And then because it's universal, you do get early entry when you stay at an on-site resort. And if you stay at Cabana Bay like we do, you are literally steps away. Sapphire Falls and Aventura are really close too. You can walk from those two, but my tower at Cabana Bay was the closest one. So I got out of the elevator. 3 minutes later, I was scanning in my ticket.
But yeah, and it had its own entrance
Mhm.
to the side too of where to go. But like I
It
could from our room, I could see the volcano. I think like even from like the pool area, I could
Yeah.
see the volcano. Granted, the volcano was pretty tall, but still, like
So,
it was
as a
right
as a
there.
person that normally stays premier at Universal, I have been in line at Volcano Bay, and then here come the Cabana Bay people, and they merged us together. They didn't even make them go to the back of the line. They merged us together, and I was like, "What's this? What's this?" I got up at 6 a.m. this morning. So definitely and I've said this many a times on this podcast. If you're going to stay at Cabana Bay, you better add that Volcano Bay ticket to your Universal package because your kids will not leave you alone if they can see that volcano and they cannot go over there at least once.
and they
It's like an
will see it.
extension. It's like an extension of the pool if
Hmm.
you have the
Hmm.
ticket because it's right there. Like it gets hot in the middle of the day, you want to go take a nap, you go. Like it's a stone's throw away.
Hmm.
Hmm. And once you've been in that lazy river, well, I don't want to go to the Cabana Bay lazy river. I've been to
And
the Volcano Bay.
you have to pay for the tubes at the Capana Bay Lazy
No,
River.
you do not.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is new information to me. I
Yeah,
did
you
not
do.
know that.
Yeah, because I looked
I would have
into
been
to doing that.
so mad.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think it was much, but it was like you have to pay to rent the tube to go into the Cabana Bay Lazy River. And it's small. So if it's right
Oh,
there, I would say go for the big one.
Okay,
Y'all are just
well,
obsessed with the lazy river. Like these
we
are our lazy river queens.
yes. Well, we
Because
don't we
it's
don't
the
have this
best
on
one.
here, but that's a good segue actually. So the tubes, you don't have to pay for the tubes at Volcano Bay. Every place that you need a tube, the tubes are there, so you don't even have to like hold on to your tubes and walk around with them. The tubes are everywhere you need to be. So what you do have to pay for, which I didn't realize, and this is why we do these things for y'all, okay? We go research so we can find out that you have to pay for things. I don't know, I felt like a water park, and this is me spoiled on Disney Cruise Line, okay? I thought a water park they gave you towels.
Same.
Yeah.
And they do not, you have to pay for them or bring your own. And like in hindsight, that makes sense because people would probably steal them and whatever, whatever. My first time I assumed, and you know what they say about assuming. So bring your
Mm.
own towel, bring them from the hotel, or be prepared to rent them. You can rent lockers. What else do you have to pay for? Food, obviously, food and drink.
Obviously.
You can rent a cabana, which I would say like during the summer, if you're gonna spend all day at Volcano Bay, I think I would rent a cabana.
I have it under the tips in the show notes,
Okay.
but like we have rented the umbrella and we will always rent the umbrella. Well, I'll just go ahead and say it now. It price obviously changes day to day depending on how busy it is, but it's anywhere from 39 to 150 and you get two loungers and then two of the mini squatty sand chairs. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
An umbrella and a lockbox. And we got ours right across like right next to the wave pool. So like all we had to do was walk over like a little rope and I could watch one kid in the wave pool. I could watch the other kid going down the big, slides that are connected to the volcano. So worth that money.
Mm-hmm.
So worth the money.
Well, Julia, when we were walking by the cabanas, didn't you have a observation or comment about them?
Yeah, there was one. Where was it? It was by by the side of the volcano, by some of the smaller slides, but they had a two-story one.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you can rent like the bottom and the top. Probably if you want to do two, you can get two. But
We said that we would want the bottom because there's so
oh
many stairs on
Yeah.
like to do all the water slides. Like there's so many stairs, and then to have to do the stairs to get to your cabana. Like
Mhm.
I think there's pros and cons to top and bottom, but like if you already know you're gonna ride all the water slides and all the stairs that are involved, then I would probably say like the bottom cabana would be better.
yeah, and I didn't see anything other than stairs on them either. So that's another thing to consider.
Yeah. Which is that in the tips? Is that in our
What?
tips section talking about the stairs?
No, no, I just figured it would come up in conversation,
Well, there we go. It's
which
coming
it
up in
did.
conversation. Well, so I'll remember it for attractions because I know Julia would probably have a funny story about all the stairs with our crew. So before we get to the attractions, which is what everybody wants to know about, Julia, tell us about the neighborhoods because it's kind of cute. I don't feel like you notice the neighborhoods, but you tell me.
The neighborhood. So it's like obviously the volcano's the main like centerpiece of everything, and there's like little pockets all around. So there's the stuff that's right in front of the wave pool, but then there's like this little kid area. So you enter in and it's like all of like the little kids, the I want to call them like water playgrounds. It's not a splash pad, but
Mhm.
it's like all, the water buckets pouring over. And then there's this, on the other spectrum that there's those massive slides that I did not want to do. And going up to all of those, like they're a little bit more section in their area. We did the slides that were a little bit like in between those two.
Mhm.
So it's got kind of um what are they called? They're not like tube slides. So I guess that's the question. We've got tube slides that have like the tube in it. And I always
Body
thought that they were
body
like
slides, the ones where
Body
you're not,
slide.
yeah, body slides.
yeah, the body slides that are enclosed. There's a lot of those. Do not like those because they make me feel claustrophobic. So that's a no for me. But I think it makes sense because like otherwise it would be super hot. So um, there's a little bit of something for everyone with whatever you want. So the Wave Village is where everyone hangs out you've got the wave pool, you've got the lounger chairs. It's kind of a great home base for everyone in the family to hang out with. We've got the lazy river where the kids play, where the playground is at, and kind of intertwined. So it goes a little bit around and through the volcano, so it's kind of goes into a bit more than just that little area. And then the rainforest village with all of those thrill rides and the bike slides that I chose not to do is its own area. So I'm not as familiar with that part of it. And then obviously we've got the stuff that's like inside the volcano too. So it's a mix of everyone's interests.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you notice the villages. So like if you said to somebody, "Oh, I'm going to meet you in the river village," I think people would look at you like, "What the heck are you talking about?" But if you said, even like there's multiple entrances to the lazy river. So if you said meet me at the lazy river, you just have to like find each other on it because it has multiple entrances. But like you said, that's why I like the volcano as the home base because you can see it.
Yeah.
It's easy to find. Katie, where did you guys get an umbrella, but you get it by
we
the
get
volcano,
the umbrella.
right?
Yeah, so it's right in front of the wave village, but the river village is right next to it, which is great because we don't like the lazy river. We like the other river that I'm going
The
to talk
river
about
rafting, the whitewater rafting one.
the best. It's the best. But let's get into attractions.
Yeah, we've been dancing around it. Let's pop in.
Around it. I did not list all of them because there's tons and tons of different slides, but I'm going to go over like a couple of the, fan favorites. Obviously, the Krakatoa Aqua Coaster. So this is the signature attraction. It's a water roller coaster on a two-person, two-seater tube, like little one in front, big one in the back, and it uses magnetic propulsion to slide through the volcano. So you go up hills, you go down hills, you go around curves. Like it's like a water roller coaster. It's amazing. It is amazing. One of the things I will tell you that you will get water up your nose, like it's hitting you with a little bit of force, but it is so much fun. So much fun. Why am I always
You
the one
suck
that
with
has
the
to pronounce?
Hawaiian, with the Polynesian names. I'm sorry. Just try your best.
I'm so bad at it. Korea?
Sure.
Korea, whatever. Body plunge. This is the 125 drop slide. A drop slide, for those of y'all that don't know, means that you will be freestanding, you will be standing up, and the attendant is going to make the floor disappear from under your feet, and you are going to drop straight down.
Hard no.
I did not do this. My son did it. Which it was cool because where our umbrella was the last time we went, like I could watch him do this. And he said it was super, super fun, but he said he would not do it again because of the amount of stairs. He had to climb to the top of the volcano.
I think there's
like
a
the
warning
very
before you get into
tippy top.
line of like how many stairs, like that it's like be prepared for this many stairs.
Like there was warnings, this is what you're gonna do. And so he was glad he did it, but he was like, I don't have to do it again.
Which that's what, right, Julia? Didn't Charles and Heather say that that they didn't ride it because they didn't want to
They
go up
were
the
like,
stairs?
we're not doing more stairs because, like, I mean, to get to all of the slides, you have to go up on the stairs. Like, there's no alternative option to get to the top. So after a point,
fun story. JP was 10 last time we went to Volcano Bay, and we did a fair amount of slides as a family. And then we wanted to chill. All right. And he was like, well, can I go do slides by myself? And I'm like, you're 10, you stay in this area, blah, blah, blah. We lost him for 2 hours. He made friends with all types of families. He was like a fourth rider for a family of 3. Like he was just joining families and riding the slides. And I had no idea where he was. He had the time of his life. No clue where he was. None whatsoever.
Were you freaking out?
Yes. Yes, I was. Yes, after the first hour, because like we were all looking for him and we could not locate him, and it was because he was like on the top of slides.
He was just being taken care of by family.
Don't emulate my parenting there because you might never see that kid again. But talking about the body plunge, there are smaller versions of those, which is the Kalaya and Tainu Serpentine body slide. So they also have the drop, but they are not as many stairs, not as high up. This is where we finally found said missing JP. was in the Teawawa. I can't do it.
It's fine. People forgive you because you're trying. It's fine.
The Fearless River.
Awa?
This is the opposite of the lazy river that our lazy girls here love. This is my favorite thing at Volcano Bay. This is the rapid river. Okay. So take your idea of a lazy river and put it on steroids. You cannot bring a tube in there. Every single person has to wear a life jacket because basically you get in, you grab your life jacket right here, and you pick your legs up, and you are the tube and you go over the rapids. I could do this forever. I literally probably spent an hour in there. I love it so much.
We spent an
Y'all
hour
didn't
in the
even
lazy
try
river.
it, did y'all?
No, I mean, I looked at it and I was like, oh, everybody has to wear a life jacket? No.
But like the life jacket is just to keep your head above water because like it will go underwater. I mean, it's
I mean,
relaxing.
I'll try it
Yeah.
I
next
don't know.
time. Every time I go, I try one more thing.
Yeah, you
Is
would
it
like
deep?
it. No, it's only like 4 foot. No, it's not deep. Mm-mm. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
every time I go, I try something new. So that
Mhm.
and another slide I'll do next time.
because
There are,
I get bored in a lazy river. Hello. I am the chaos junkie. I'm the chaos demon. I cannot go around a lazy river more than one time. I'm like, "Oh,
we were
what
just
else can
chatting,
we
having
do?
a good time,
Yeah.
enjoying each
Huh?
other's company.
I can chat with y'all later. Like, I want to go do something fun.
This is why
Which
Katie and
is
I don't go
why,
on vacations together because I like
yeah,
to vibe.
this is why we can't. Like, we cannot. Um, so yes, the Fearless River, 10 out of 10. Then you have I'm not even gonna say the Winding River, which is the lazy river. Runamukka Reef and Tot Tiki Reef. That is the kids area that Julia was talking about earlier. Very big, and enjoyable all the way up to, I would say, like 10 to 12 years old, because they've got stuff for itty bitties up to your older kids. So that's the attractions that I wanted to talk about today.
Well, and
The lazy river kind of goes.
go ahead.
The lazy river kind of goes like all around all of them too. So we got to have like a little peek at some of the stuff, and like we walked by when we were going from the chairs to the lazy river because that's essentially what we did for half of the day. We would walk by the body slide, the big one, and like as you are coming out of the tube, it would like shoot out water, and so there'd be like
Mhm.
this huge like sploof. I don't know how else to explain it.
It's like,
So you knew
it
when
sounds
somebody
like
was
that. Like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So people
Yeah,
were like just standing there, just
you knew.
watching people come out.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
freaking Julia out. And just because the reason we're not talking about all the attractions, there's 19 total attractions, 8 of those being water slides. I feel like 8 water slides is a good number.
Mhm.
I don't know. Katie, didn't you grow up at water parks? Is that a good number of water
I
parks?
did, and that is a great number of water slides.
Okay.
For those of y'all that don't know, my mom used to run a local water park, and I worked there from the age of 14 to 18. Which is another reason I've never been to the Disney water parks, because when you go to a water park every single day of your summer from the age of 8 to 18, like you just don't want to spend time at a water park.
That's fair.
So,
That's
yeah.
fair. Food. Food is important.
Yeah,
Self-proclaimed
it is.
foodies, right? We already kind of said it's surprisingly good for a water park. As with all things Universal, you need to check the hours of the food because not all the places are open for all the park opening hours, and Volcano Bay
Yeah.
is not open that long. It's open usually from like 10 to 6. So,
I've never had the viral ice cream because apparently it's only open like 1 hour a day or whatever.
Charles had it and Julia did not want it.
It's the too much of the different flavors for me. I'm like a chocolate ice cream person, and that's like my pretty much go-to. So I think you can also get like the ice cream individually too, but chocolate ice cream is just has my heart. That's all.
Yeah, it was a lot of flavors mixed together, but Charles said it was really good. But our favorite place, which one? I think it's the first one you have listed on here, the
The
Cahola.
koala.
Koala
Koala?
Reef Restaurant. That's where I always get the pulled pork because it's huge, right? Don't
Oh
wasn't that
yeah.
sandwich like gigantic?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we were starving, so I ate it immediately without
Hmm.
breathing. But I
Yes.
also got an icy. And I was checking out and I asked the icy because they have different flavors. And I was like, I saw Coke, blue raspberry, and Fanta, I think. And I was like, oh,
Hmm.
can I get Coke and blue raspberry mixed together? And the guy was so confused. And I'm like, isn't this a common thing to mix your
Wait,
icy flavors?
wait. Stop. You would not eat the ice cream that's banana, blue raspberry, orange, and strawberry together, but you want to mix ices between blue raspberry and Coke?
Yeah,
It's like,
yes. That's totally normal. What do you mean?
yeah. Have you
Yes.
ever put like a
I mean,
lime in
yes,
your
I
Diet
mix
Coke?
icy flavors, but like it was just she just said she didn't want to mix all those ice cream
Right, but
flavors.
that's
But
but I get
That's
Julia on that because that's a lot of flavors. This is
yeah,
two. That was
yeah.
like four. That's two too many. Sorry, Julia, I got your back on this one because I'm like, yeah, that's too many flavors. You try it, and I will not because I know I'm not gonna like four flavors mixed together. I don't even
Yeah.
like mixing ice cream and at the frozen yogurt places. They are on two separate sides of the bowl. They don't. Two is too many. I get it.
So the
But
icy is very good.
I do want to know, like, from our people watching, like, do y'all mix icy flavors? Because I absolutely am an icy mixer. I usually do cherry and Coke.
Yeah, they didn't have cherry, but
I've
that would
never
have
done
been
blue raspberry though.
yeah, that would have been my choice if they had cherry, but they didn't have cherry.
Yeah, this is
cherry and Coke, like that goes together. Like that is the,
I could see blue raspberry though. I'll have to try it. But this is a totally random throwback. When I worked at the movie theater, at the end of
icy
the
central.
yeah, at the end of the night, I would take cherry icy and mix it with Sprite to get like a Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's hmm
So then, like when it gets watered down, it's fine because it's icy. So you don't put ice in it. You put the icy and then the Sprite. Yeah,
it's a good
just
hack. I like that.
a little fun
It's
aside. A little
it's
fun
like
aside for you.
there's a drink at McDonald's. It's like the Sprite summer drink that I just craved for all of last summer. But it's like lemon lime, like like a lemonade icy Sprite thing. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know if they still have it.
Probably not. Yeah, you know,
Probably
these
not.
places take away all of our favorite things all the time.
Oh yeah. And then they never bring them back.
So they also have rice bowls with tropical flavors. They have specialty hot dogs, so not just regular hot dogs. They have specialty hot dogs. They have feasting frog with tacos. I've always wanted to try the feasting frog, but it always ends up being closed when I'm ready to eat it. So
Same.
haven't had the
And
tacos.
that one is super busy. Like when
Yeah,
I have seen it open, it there's a lot of people
yeah.
there. Like it's popular.
So it's good, but you know, check the hours. They also do sell have cocktails and frozen drinks. So if you want to get your adult beverage on, you can absolutely do that. We already talked about the ice cream place. There's not like a ton of places to eat because the water park is kind of small, but there's a variety. So if you don't want just a hamburger and fries, you can find something that's not hamburger and fries. So let's talk about really quick the tips because last time I went, there was the TapuTapu. This time there was not. So what the TapuTapu was, and you'll probably still see this on social media and AI because AI is notorious for bad information. We all know this. Okay. So the TapuTapu was basically your magic band for the water park. And it would also wait in line for you. The TapuTapu company went bankrupt. So that's why they don't have it anymore. Universal is
Uh,
looking to replace it because a big benchmark for this park was that you didn't have to wait in line. You could virtually wait in line. Well, that's what the TapuTapu did, and with it gone, you have to wait in a physical line. So they're trying to find something to replace it, but it hasn't been replaced yet. So while we want to tell you you don't have to wait in line, you get to virtually wait in line, we can't tell you that anymore. However, with early entry or going outside of peak times, I mean, we when we went, right, Julia, there none of the slides had more than like a 15-minute wait. And I'm
Yeah.
mhm.
sure that 15 minutes was climbing the dang stairs.
Yeah.
Like I think we waited 4 minutes was the longest one we waited for, and it was just because you have to, it was the one where when we were watching people when they got done, people can't follow directions. So you like the lifeguards are like, swim over here, the
Oh
exit's over
yeah.
here.
And they're
And
like,
they were not going that way. So like you have to
yeah.
wait for the pool to clear before you can send the next person out.
Mhm.
And people were just like, we constantly, me and Julie are like, they're not paying attention. They're not paying attention.
Well, yeah, because we went, it was the oh yeah and oh no
Yeah.
slides where it was like dropped a little bit, like, a little above
Yeah.
the water. And one of them was, I think, a little bit longer, a little higher,
Yeah.
which was the one that we did not do. I think that was oh no. And,
No, no. Yeah.
Mhm.
just foreshadowing. I just did not think that that's the side to go on. So we went to the oh yeah side, which was a lot shorter. So we were standing there waiting for Heather and Charles to go through the oh no side. And I think that there was a lot more people on that side, but it still wasn't long. And we were just standing watching people come out of
Yeah.
the pool. And you would see like just them drop down, splash, start to swim. And people did not know which direction. It is a little disorienting when you jump like into the water. You don't
Mhm.
know which way to go because you haven't seen like the way that you come to the slide is from the back end, so you don't see it. But I went in there, I jumped, I popped my head up, I looked around at my surroundings and anywhere to go. It's not a big pool.
I mean,
There's only
look,
one exit.
the majority of people who didn't know what was happening was the men. We were clocking it. The women would come up, they would see like the lifeguard pointing to the exit and they would paddle towards the exit. And then the men would come in and they just like assumed they would ignore the lifeguard directions. Even Charles did it. We were just
Yeah,
cracking up because the lifeguards were like, exit over here, and all of them were like going the opposite direction. And we were just like, oh my gosh, these
there
men,
was one.
they don't know how to listen. It was hilarious. Um, so like we said, bring your towels.
Mhm.
Um, I agree premium seating at the very least is definitely worth it, especially if you have a bigger family. Having that lockbox, ugh, because we didn't mess with lockers, but we were also like
Yeah.
really paranoid about our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having the
Yeah.
lockbox is nice. Um, the last one I think is a really, really important note. Do you want to talk about the weight limits, Katie?
Yeah. So all water slides are going to have a weight limit. And most people don't know why that is. It's because the more weight you have on a tube, the faster that it goes. All right. So it's a safety thing because if you put too much weight, it's just going to push you further forward. The top of the slides for all the universal slides have a discrete scale built into it. And
Discreet
it
is
doesn't show anyone but the team member how much your party weighs. You don't even realize you're standing on one until they come up and they discreetly hit you on the shoulder and say, hey, we need to divide y'all up. Why do you ask me this? Because I know, because between me, my husband, and my kids, there was one slide that they were like, hey, y'all are over the weight limit. Was not a big deal. I did not feel called out. I did not feel embarrassed. They were like mom and daughter, dad and son, and divided us up and we went down the slide. I was like, that is so cool. Compare that to the experience in the parks where you cannot fit in the tester seats, where it's very obvious when that happens and
Yeah.
it's very off-putting and you do feel like this, oh my gosh, I can't ride the ride, and it kind of is obvious to everyone. So discreet, so lovely. And I've had many clients say, hey, should I be worried about, certain members, certain sizes? Not at Volcano Bay. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's discreet unless you make somebody think that they're about to fall through a trapdoor. Sorry, Julia.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was lots of
It's
fun.
not
We
a
walk
trapdoor.
up.
It's a
It was
scale.
no,
I
it's
mean,
not trapdoor, but it's this little metal thing that's standing on the ground, and like I didn't even realize we were walking on it. So Rachel and I were gonna do this, this double tube slide because we're brave and we wanted to do a slide. And we walk up the stairs, and you don't have to carry the tubes up the entire way. So like we walked up the stairs like to where the tubes were, and we're standing on this, and then like the team member was like waiting for to check us in or do the next step, and Rachel just like startles me and
like, watch out.
scared me because it's
I'm
obviously the floor is different,
sorry.
and I know it's not a trapdoor because that would be stupid, but I was just a little on edge because I was being brave and doing one of the slides.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
But
realize how
then
on edge you were until after I did that to you, and I felt really bad.
but it was fun.
Not
We
a trap
it was good.
door.
Not a
Not
But
trap
trap
also,
door.
y'all talk about people not paying attention. We also had some issues where it looked like we would be above the weight limit, but it was because the people behind us, the teenagers, were standing on the scale and not listening when the team members were like, step back, because you don't even know, you just think it's part of the platform and you're
Yeah.
standing on the scale and you don't know.
Yeah. Before we close out, I just want Julia, give me one, like when you walked into Volcano Bay, what surprised you the most?
The water being sprayed onto the ground. I think that is something that I didn't realize that was happening. And at first
Mhm.
I was like, oh, one of their sprinklers is broken. No, it was completely intentional. And
Yes.
we went in the afternoon, so it's hot. I don't typically wear water shoes to go to the water park or the pool, but I could see how at a water park like this you would, but I didn't think to bring them. Like that's not my packing
Mhm.
list. But
Mhm.
like the ground gets hot, you're in your swimsuit, you're not wearing shoes and walking around. So like at first I thought it was I just thought that I'm like, hey, they're not keeping up with this park. The sprinklers are broken. No, they're spraying water on the ground, so when you walk on it, it's not like 1,000 degrees from the floor
Mhm.
to the sun, so you can calmly walk through it. I think that's probably my biggest thing that surprised me was that like
Yeah.
attention to that small
That's
detail.
mine too.
Yep. I totally agree. It's like a tiny detail that you don't think matters, but it totally does.
Yeah.
I love that you pointed that out because I forgot to bring it up. But
Mhm.
if you couldn't tell, Volcano Bay is just one piece of Universal Orlando Vacation, and with Epic Universe now in the mix, there's more to plan than ever. So let's build your full trip the right way. The link in all of our bios is available. We can all help you. We can't wait to work with you. Until next time, bye.
Bye.